Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2023 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. So grab your popcorn and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2023. This incident is very recent given that it was released on May 14th, 2023. It belongs to Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. Also known as RMS, this group makes YouTube videos about supposed Bigfoot and cryptid sightings. And this is some of their most compelling evidence yet. In order to fully comprehend the craziness of this capture, you must understand the way the trail cam functions. This camera in particular is a motion-activated camera, but there are two criteria that have to be met in order for it to trigger. First, the subject has to be at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Second, it has to be moving. Also, you have to understand that on these game cameras, there is something called motion blur. So when the subject is moving rather fast, it creates motion blur, as you can see by this deer comparison. The first one is not moving, and the second one is moving quickly. That being said, here is the unexplainable photo that was captured by Lonnie, and here's also what he said. This happened on my trail camera that I've had for years. It happened in Marshall County, Oklahoma, 3.7 miles from the nearest county road and behind multiple locked gates. I have no idea what it is. So that being said, this trail camera is in a very remote area and it's on private property. So why and how could a person be lurking around back there? Some have speculated that the man captured Bigfoot, but due to the creature's rather light appearance, others think otherwise. Others speculate it could be some other creature such as a goblin that lurks in the depths of the woods. Whatever this thing is, one thing is for sure. This picture truly is unexplainable. This clip was posted by Killer Clown's TikTok on February 19th, 2023. Some teenagers were going for a late night drive. They shined their flashlight into the field as they drove by, and this is what they saw.
Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's not. Dude, go.
All of a sudden, a humanoid creature appears and begins running quickly towards them. Many people think this is the infamous cryptid called the Rake. The Rake is a supposed creature that lurks in the depths of the forest and woods and terrorizes and stalks humans. They were given the name the Rake because they have long, sharp claws and try to rake and scratch at their prey. Obviously, it's unknown if the Rake is real, and that's why it's called a cryptid, a creature with no firm evidence of its existence. People began to think that this is just a hoax and that it is just a man in a costume. However, if you slow the footage down and freeze it, the body looks different than a human's. The arms look freakishly long, and it just doesn't appear to have the same features as a human, which makes others believe this is not a hoax. Let me know in the comments if you think the Rake is real. The following video clip is apparently going viral in Mexico. The story goes like this. A group of friends were camping in the woods and they could tell they were being stalked or hunted by something. They said they felt that eerie feeling as if they weren't alone and also heard lots of strange noises all around them. They also said they saw footprints around the campsite and were missing some of their belongings. So one of the campers decides to get his drone out and fly it up above the trees and scan around the area to try to find the culprits. The drone had a thermal imaging camera on it, and they used that and immediately spotted what looks to be a very tall person roaming around the woods. The person then stops and stands completely still. This is when they switch the vision of the drone to get a good look at the person, but when they zoom in, it's just a deer. How is this possible if it was just a person seconds ago? This is what made them and viewers believe that they were dealing with a Skinwalker. If you don't already know, a Skinwalker is a supposed evil, shape-shifting witch or spirit that can take the form of animals and humans. They try to imitate them as best as they can. People have hypothesized that this Skinwalker felt the presence of the drone and decided to switch forms, attempting to blend in with nature. This is definitely a bone-chilling encounter, making this one of the scariest things ever caught on trail cams. A man named Donnie Laws has many trail cameras posted throughout the vast wilderness of the Great Smoky Mountains, and he has a YouTube channel dedicated to what he captures on these cameras. But in this video he shows his strangest and most unexplainable captures ever. This was posted on May 5th, 2023. He says people ask him all the time if he ever captures anything strange on his trail cameras, and his answer is yes, every once in a while. Here is his first strange photo. As you can see, an orb is seen in the middle of the frame. Orbs are commonly associated with paranormal activity, but he says this could be explainable, but maybe not. He says he has only captured this once, and that camera has been in the exact same spot for years, and he never saw this ever again. However, he did capture something else strange on that same camera. Here it is. He calls this one the ghost bird picture. It was captured right at dark. Now this next one here has puzzled him the most. He says he has studied and studied and studied it for a long time, but has never been able to come up with a solid answer. There's some sort of small animal peering at the trail cam. He says these older cameras don't have the higher pixels on them, so that's why it's blurry. But what could that little thing be? He says this next video was taken in a spot where you just can't get to. It's very remote and it's almost impossible to get to. This was at 1:30 in the morning. Some sort of orb is seen moving around in the camera. Seeing all of these weird captures on his trail camera really makes you wonder. You never really know what kind of spirits or creatures could be lurking out there. The areas are so remote that not many people get to see what goes on. But maybe we weren't supposed to know. This crazy and scary trail cam footage was captured by Hunting Farmer, a YouTube user who posts frequently about the wild things he captures on his many trail cameras. But this is one of his most mysterious captures yet. It was captured on November 27th, 2022 at 2:28 a.m. This late night footage shows a deer seemingly resting and taking a nap right in front of the trail camera. The footage appears relatively normal at first, that is until the deer is awoken by a predator stalking it. What's terrifying about this footage is you can only see the eyes of the predator. There's something so eerie about the way this thing stalks the buck. The deer is then made known of its predator, but this is where the footage stops, making it much more mysterious. It's most likely that the eyes captured by the trail cam belong to a coyote or fox, because they are known to stalk and attack deer. It's unknown if the deer survived or what exactly happened because of the abrupt stop of the footage. But the scariest part about this footage is to imagine yourself in the deer's position. Scary stuff for sure. A man was hiking through the woods alone one day when he came across one of the scariest things you could ever come across in the woods. It was captured by a man named Fairy Seiko, and it was shared by Breakman on YouTube. Here's what he captured.
Itu dia. Pocong. Apa detik saja kayaknya. Dan perubahannya bisa-bisa udah deket banget. Saya agak menetes. Itu di kain kafannya.
As you can see, a horrifying demon-looking creature in a robe is standing motionless just watching him. As we zoom in and take a closer look, you can see the horrifying-looking face and white hair of the being. The man who took this video thinks he captured a pokong. A pokong is a Javanese ghost that is still wearing their funeral shroud. It's basically like a mummy. Everyone is still shocked by this footage. Let's just say if I was on a hike through the woods and I encountered something like this, I would never go into the woods ever again. This encounter happened on April 9th, 2023. The original poster of the video says, Slenderman caught on camera in Ohio, April 9th, 2023. A man was allegedly on his daily walk when he stumbled across this being near a tree line.
Boys, I think I found the Slenderman. He's just chilling right near that swing set. I don't know what to do.
As you can see, what looks like the urban legend Slenderman is, in the words of the video, chillin' by a swing set. Despite the horrifying presence of this being, the man doesn't seem too deterred by it, and is determined to get a good video. It's obvious that this cannot be human due to the height of it and the way it's moving its arms. It seems to have multiple pairs of arms continuously moving up and down. Imagine going for a walk one day and you look over and you see this. Let me tell you, my first reaction would not be to pull my phone out and record it. It would be to run away as quickly as possible. Little background information is known, creating the possibility of a hoax. So I'll let you all decide in the comments. This next capture is scary but also very cool. This is a lynx. Even though these things are very strong and dangerous animals, it looks so beautiful here. And there's even another one in the background. The cats seem intrigued by the camera. Lynxes are also infamous for being elusive, with not many being filmed almost ever in the wild. They have very heightened senses and are always on high alert, so that's why you should not go near these animals. Lynxes are very strong and are said to be very protective, especially when it comes to their cubs. If they feel threatened, they will pounce and attack, and it will not be a pretty sight, despite how pretty these animals are. I don't know if it's just me, but seeing this footage makes me want to give that cat a big hug. But I know this wouldn't turn out good for me, as I would probably be ripped to shreds. And also, I'm allergic to cats, so if I did survive the encounter, I'd be sneezing for days. Anyways, footage like this is rare, and there's something so amazing but also eerie about it. A TikTok user posted this video on May 11th, 2023. The man says he had another encounter like this not too long ago when he heard a baby crying deep in the woods. But here's what he captured this time.
Keep in mind, about 150 yards into a 20-acre wooded area. Listen. You hear that? Y'all still think that's a panther?
Apparently some people were saying that they thought it was a panther making those noises. But the guy who recorded the video states, y'all think that's still a panther? 'Cause I don't. TikTok commenters went wild with this one, sparking a massive debate. Theories range from skinwalkers to birds or just a straight up hoax. Some said that it probably is just children in the woods. But this doesn't make sense to the poster because, like he said, the area is extremely vast with no one around. Someone also said that birds can mimic human voices. So could it have been a bird? Whatever's happening in those woods is probably the smartest decision to stay away. The US is one of the countries with the largest amount of tornadoes. But tornadoes do not happen too much in the following area. This incident occurred in Portage Township, Indiana, which is the northernmost part of Indiana. This happened in July of 2019. A man named Tony Vyson had just arrived at a local bar that he goes to frequently when he was met with this tornado seemingly out of nowhere. In a span of only 30 seconds, the tornado formed and touched down. This tornado caused lots of damage to buildings and even took out some trees and power lines. But luckily, no one at all was hurt. Also luckily, this tornado lasted very quickly and went back up into the sky shortly after Tony filmed this video. It destroyed lots of a local learning center, which I assume was the building back behind the CVS that we saw in the footage. Tornadoes are a terrifying occurrence, and being caught in one is extremely dangerous. What a crazy sight. Now the following footage is completely amazing. A snake is seen getting very close to a cat, seeming like it's about to strike. Let me freeze it here. Before the clip goes on, what do you guys think? Is the cat going to be quicker than the snake and dodge its attack? Or is the snake going to successfully strike the cat? Pause the video and let me know your guess in the comments. Alright, now let's play the video. If you said the cat was going to win, you were exactly correct. Not only did the cat win, but it even threw in a nice punch right to the snake's head. It's incredible to see that a cat's reflexes are faster than that of a snake's. The original poster of this video states, a cat's average reaction time is approximately 20 to 70 milliseconds, which is actually faster than a snake's average reaction time, which is estimated at 44 to 70 milliseconds. Now that's the definition of cat-like reflexes. And let's also take a look at another snake and cat encounter. This cat barely escapes the strike of the snake, jumping insanely high up in the air. It's always amazed me that cats have such fast reflexes like that. The snakes don't even stand a chance. This next segment features 2 videos. They include some very rare footage. In this first trail cam video, we can see a raccoon fighting off a deer that is way bigger than it. But the raccoon does not care. The deer is more frightened by the presence of the raccoon than the raccoon is of the deer. I guess size really doesn't matter, in the wild that is. Let's take a look at another incident that shows this. This lone raccoon is completely blocking this deer from getting to the deer feeder. The raccoon is determined to get all of the food for itself. It swats at the deer, giving it a nice smack on the face, which scares it away. The raccoon never gives up. Now here is some crazy up-close footage that has never been seen before. It comes from a YouTube channel called Trailcam Pro. I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself. As you saw, a mama fox is standing alone until many baby fox cubs come rushing out. These things are crazy, running around sporadically in all different directions. And then the cubs begin feeding off of the mother. This is just a cool thing that happens out in the wild that we don't get to see much, especially this clear of footage and this close of footage. But the scary thing is, foxes are very protective over their cubs. So do not go close to them when their babies are around. Without a trail camera, if someone got this close of a video of a fox feeding its cubs, let's just say it would not have ended good at all. Nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed these trail cam captures. As you can hear, some sort of unidentified, bone-chilling screams were coming from deep in the woods. The man who captured this video said, "I went grouse hunting in Ontario, Canada when we heard these screams. It happened on October 3rd, 2019 at 6:50 p.m. A commenter also pointed out that the screams sounded like they were getting closer at a very fast pace. So what kind of animal could possibly make strange sounds like this? Still, no scientists or anyone at all have been able to pinpoint what caused that noise. Let me know what you guys think it was in the comments.
I don't know why they don't like me. Hey, you! Hey! What? Let's go! What's up? Where are we going? What? Where y'all gonna go? What's up, bro? Let's go!
Bro, you shut down the whole place. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button's mom. Let's aim for 1,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, or you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear. Or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 4% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.